funky.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Linda, and today I really wanted to do a little big sister kind of segment. I don't really know what to name this. I really wanted to kind of create a video, or pretty much a few videos, a little more meaningful rather than aesthetically pleasing videos. I've never filmed one of these. I've tried to make this video 4 times already, but I always felt like I wasn't saying the right things, or it wasn't like everything I wanted to say. Like, I just felt like it was always missing something. And so I just kept like trying to like redo the video, and I just need to get out of my head about this, because you guys may be going through something similar to what I'm going through, and I want to be one to help you guys and give you guys advice and kind of be like the older sibling you may have not had, the older sister you may not have had. Even if you have one, you know, an extra one wouldn't hurt, you know. Kind of give you advice and help you kind of go through life. I've learned so much throughout my life, and I'm continuing to learn, and I just want to help as many people as I can help. This particular video I wanted to make about breakups, you know, that can pertain to friendship breakups, that can relationship breakups. So yeah, let's get right into it. Something that honestly helped me recently with this last breakup I went through was, one, writing. I had so much in my head that I could not get out. I couldn't talk to people about. I couldn't, you know, tell that person what I was thinking or feeling. I overwhelmed myself, and I was overthinking, and I was just clouding my judgment, and I felt like my world was falling apart, literally. And it was all in my head the whole entire time, because I was just almost feeding myself all these negative thoughts and negative energy. And my dad, he is probably the most influential person in my life. He just knows what to say, and he's always telling me, you can't feed yourself negative thoughts. You're only going to create that like negative energy, and that's all you're going to be attracting. What we think is so powerful. For a long time, I was such a half-empty kind of person. I was not positive. I did not see the good in things. I just saw what was bad, and it's like more bad things kept happening, more bad things kept coming to me, and I was just like overwhelmed, dude. And especially this year, it was really hard. And I don't know, I started writing as a way to get a bunch of things out of my head. And when it comes to losing people, when it comes to breaking up, when it comes to friendship loss, like anything like that, you tend to look at the negative. You tend to look at what you lost, but not what you gained. And it's hard, don't get me wrong. You want to be sad, you want to feel that pain. It's almost like we're addicted to that feeling. You don't want to let it go. You're holding on to this version of this person that you knew, and not looking at what is the reality of it. So yeah, you're looking at this version of somebody that was and not somebody that is. You know, people are constantly changing and constantly learning and growing. Who I am today is not who I was a year ago, is not who I was years ago. You know what I mean? They're completely different people, and we tend to only look at the good parts of a person and not the whole person. You can't only hold on to what was good. There's a reason things ended. There's a reason you got into that fight. There's a reason you no longer wanted this person in your life, or things had to happen to where they are no longer in your life. Something happened, and you have to look retrospectively like at everything. And it's hard. It's really hard, and I struggle with that still to this day, because I just keep remembering all the good, but there were bad moments. You know, there were reasons we fought. There were reasons we are no longer friends. We are no longer together. And it's something that does take time. Don't get me wrong. It's not an overnight thing. But if you want to get through whatever you're getting through, you have to learn to look at it wholly. So yeah, that was all just from writing. Another thing I think that really helped, or kind of opened my eyes to a lot, is I started kind of reading about boundary issues, what kind of boundaries there are, stuff like that, and pretty much how to communicate. And one thing I've learned is that, at least when it comes to different relationships in our lives, we tend to not have uncomfortable conversations to try and avoid an uncomfortable reaction. Whether this be about whatever different things in your life. Maybe you don't like the fact that your boyfriend's friends do certain things or say certain things in front of you, so you just like, do it, it's a small thing, whatever, right? And it's just persistent. They keep telling you things, persistent, they keep telling you things, persistent, they keep doing things now, persistent, 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 until you blow up and you're like, you know what, like this has been bothering me, and you're just angry bubble of emotion and you can't control it. It just all comes out, and now there's a fight. Why didn't you tell me about it earlier? Why didn't you do this? Why didn't you do that? Learning to speak up when things bother you the first time so that they know that they're aware that it bothers you is important. I was very much a person that was like, okay, I'll let it slide, I'll let it slide, I'll let it slide, until it became this big issue and it was now too late to say something, or when I tried to say something, it was made a bigger deal than it should have if I would have said something from the beginning. We as humans tend to, or it depends on the person you are really. I'm not a confrontational person, which is why I kept it to myself for so long. There's certain ways to talk to someone as well when you're trying to kind of, you know, tell them about something that makes you uncomfortable. If you've already told them something bothers you and they allow it to happen again and again and again, even after you've told them, and even after you've kind of, what's the word? Made it obvious that those boundaries are being violated, it's time for you to let go of whoever or whatever is making you feel like that. Whether that's a friend or whether that's a boyfriend or a girlfriend, it's time to let that person go, because if you've already told them several times and they haven't tried to at least change or have a conversation about it, or try to kind of find a way to make it work for you or for your relationship, friendship, whatever, but if they're not respecting you in that aspect, you know, let them go. There's no advice other than that. I believe that when you're first getting to know a person, whether that's talking to a person that you're about to date or talking to a new friend, they tend to show you the most positive, best version of themselves, because it's so easy when you're meeting new people for the first time, second time, to be a nice person, to not have to fight about anything, not know anything like that. But when you start to hang out with them consecutively, start to kind of learn more about them, learn their tendency, their behaviors, their good and their bad side, things get twisted. You either have to accept who they are as a whole and understand that you are choosing to be a part of their life and choosing to accept this person for who they are, not for who they can be. When it came to a lot of relationships I was in, and I'm not proud to say this, but I always thought that me being in their life would influence them to act a certain way. Like whatever it may be, you know, I always thought, you know what, like this person will change for me. This person will respect me. Like no. If they choose not to change, you have to understand that you are going into this relationship, into this friendship, knowing who they are, good or bad, and you're choosing to accept this person for who they are, not for what they can be, because baby, they are not going to change for you. They will change for the person they want to change for. They will do things for the person they want to do things for. You cannot change somebody, and you cannot expect change from somebody. I don't know why I said it like that, but I mean, it kind of made a little sense, right? I'm hoping that it did kind of make a little sense. And I can see like these little hairs popping out, and I'm like spitting too much like fire right now. I need to like, you see, this is what I mean. I have so much advice, but I like don't have anybody to talk to it about. But anyways, we're gonna keep going. When you get into a relationship with somebody and you were hurt in the past and you are just like expecting the worst, like I have to watch out because this person might do the same thing to me, you cannot assume that. You cannot assume that. And oh my god, it literally took me forever, because I kid you not, oh my god, I have been done dirty so many times in the past, so it like automatically like closed me up, and it just I know what it feels like. And I feel like it's so hard to not expect bad things to happen, but like I said when we were first talking in the very beginning, if you're thinking already the worst when you are talking to somebody, the worst is gonna happen. You have to let go of that like trauma that you have, and if you are not ready to let that go, you have not done all your inner workings of healing and getting past that like period of your time. You need to like stop before you hurt somebody, because expecting someone new to do what someone that you already talked to did it's not okay. It's not okay. And if you go into a relationship thinking the worst, or you think like that same thing's gonna happen to you, you're going to get hurt and you're gonna end up doing it to yourself. I also hate when people say like take time, heal, you know, in a year from now you won't even think about it, blah, blah, blah. Healing is not a linear thing. You can feel okay one day and you can feel like complete shit the next, or you cannot think about that person anymore. You might be like, oh, I'm in a good place, and then like all of a sudden you start talking to somebody and it's just like you feel all that emotional damage again. Like healing is not linear, and it's not gonna happen overnight, or it might not even happen over months. Like I feel like it's something you just eventually grow and learn from. I don't know how to explain it. Like you just kind of like learn to be okay with things and how they went. You kind of just accept the situation. Again, depends on your situation. Just know that you have to do what's best for you. Some people, like I said, they heal quicker than others, and this is also something I see a lot of. Just because you have a partner, or you know, you're in a relationship, or even if you're not in a relationship or whatever, you're talking to this person and they pressure you into doing something you don't want to do, or they hurt you in any way, shape, or form, I need you to know right now you need to get out of that relationship immediately. That is not okay in any way, shape, or form. Nobody that loves you will ever lay a hand on you, 1, and 2, they will never ever make you do anything you don't want to do. You need to get out of that for your own sake and for your own safety. And a lot of girls do this because they think that, you know, their partner's saying, I'm sorry, I'll change, or they'll get them little things after and be like, you know, it's okay. It's not okay. I personally have gotten so mad at my friends in the past for sticking around, you know, telling them like it's not okay, but everybody learns at their own time, and they have to let go whenever they decide to let go. You can't force somebody like see your perspective. But just try to help out your friends. If you know that they're going through something like that, try to kind of get them to understand that that's not okay. And again, if you ever need to talk or anything about anything relating to that, my DMs are open. You guys can literally text me, call me, whatever. And I know even for some of you that may not know me, you might be like, well, I'm not going to tell you that. That's fine. But just, again, just be very careful when it comes to that, because it can get out of hand really quickly. When you start to like let fear and anxiety kind of like rule over you, you're not well, if you're at least a faith driven person, like you're not letting God do his work. You're not trusting in God's plan 100%. And like I said, it is easy for us to overwhelm and get scared of things like about our future, things we don't know. Trust in whatever you're going through. You're going to learn from it, or you're going to grow from it in some way, in some aspect. This past month, and even like now till July, I've just had certain things happen to me, and it's been really, really hard to kind of see the positive in it. I've kind of understood little things from that time that's kind of helped me understand like I need to change my ways and like what I was doing, because it wasn't okay, and I would have completely gone downhill if that wouldn't have happened to me that night. So like I said, you kind of learn from the things you like go through, like good or bad. It's just hard in the moment to kind of understand, which I completely understand too. I feel like I've talked forever, so I'm gonna stop on that end. This really didn't end up being like a breakup video or like a friendship loss video. It was just kind of like, I don't know. I honestly don't know what this was. It was just like a big sister talk, little advice for you guys if you need anything. But yeah, I mean, going through any type of loss, any type of breakup, any type of anything is gonna be hard, guys. I'm not saying it's not hard, and I want you guys to feel a little better and a little more comforted in the fact that it is normal to feel all these things, and it's normal to, you know, not want to see the positive in things, but understand that you have to pick yourself up at some point, and the sooner the better. Don't allow loss to change your aspect on life. You know, life is too short to be sad. The right people in your life will never ever be gone for too long or will leave you when you need them. The people that are not meant to be in your life, they're not gonna be there. They're not. I'm sorry, but there is no right person, wrong time. I don't believe in that. I believe that the right person will come at the right time. They'll stay, or even if they leave, they'll come back. That's just how it works. So yeah, just go on, live your life. You know, do what you have to do to get yourself up again. Do things that are good for you. Go to the gym, find hobbies, read, take yourself out on dates, do a little self-care. Do whatever you gotta do to feel better. Get your coffee. I get my daily coffee to make me feel better. It's the drive over there that really just gets me in a great mood. Yeah, do what makes you happy, and be kind to everybody else. And it's important to know that you may be going through something right now, but these emotions you're not going to feel forever. You get through them eventually, and life goes on. So just keep that in mind too. I don't know if you guys like these type of videos. I would really like to do like maybe like one of these about different things. Sometimes make a little big sister talk, big sister chat. I don't know what I'd call them if I'm being honest, but make a little videos like this, giving advice, even talking about like some important things, destigmatizing some important things. Like, I just have so many ideas when it comes to this, but again, it's only if you guys like them. If you guys don't, then we can totally do different videos. I just want to try something new, see if, you know, maybe you guys needed some advice or some help. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you didn't, please still give it a like, because that would make me happy. Be kind to everybody. If you guys have any other ideas about what I should talk about or give advice on, you guys can leave a comment down below. And yeah, I hope to talk to you guys soon again. I love you. Bye.